Well, let me introduce our next speaker here, Weston Martinez. Weston Martinez has served as an elected member of the State Republican Executive Committee and is a current Texas Real Estate Commissioner appointed by Governor Perry and is now serving under Governor Abbott. Weston, along with his wife, Geneva, and 5 beautiful children, reside in San Antonio, Texas. He is an avid pro-lifer, and let's please join in welcoming Texas Real Estate Commissioner and pro-life leader, Weston Martinez.
Good morning. Is it a great day to be alive?
Yes, it is.
I tell you, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us here today. Be sure that you take some pictures of the people standing around you. Be sure that you share it on Facebook and Twitter. And be sure that you push out what we are doing today and why we are standing for life and why this organization does not need to be funded with state dollars or your tax dollars anymore. Planned Parenthood nationally has been a farce. It's quite interesting, as Patrick Von Dolan said earlier, that the name of this organization that originally filed the city permits was Del Entero, a front. Well, we know that this location has been a front for Planned Parenthood. We know that this location has been a front for elected officials in the city of San Antonio who want to push the progressive agenda of abortion on demand. In fact, the city of San Antonio is underway right now as we speak, trying to change the zoning laws in the city of San Antonio so that you can have an abortion on every business corner in the city of San Antonio. In fact, some pro-life people got together this last week along with San Antonio Family Association, and we created a video. And you can Google the words abortion to go. Go to YouTube, Google the words abortion to go. Because that's what's going to happen in the city of San Antonio if the elected officials that are not standing up have their way. You will be able to take a McDonald's and cut that in half, and you can put a Planned Parenthood facility inside of a McDonald's in the city of San Antonio. Why? Why would they push that progressive agenda? Why would they allow that heinous murder of the future of our society to take place in a city that is the mission city? San Antonio, Texas is the mission city, the city of life. But as has been in the history of our nation, San Antonio has always been a battleground. Always been a battleground for the difference between evil and goodness, between truth and deceit. And there's no surprise that we find ourselves here again today, drawing a line in the sand, standing up for those inalienable rights that have been promised to us by the Constitution. But more importantly, they've been promised to us by our Creator. Cecile Richards, most people don't realize that Cecile Richards, the national head of Planned Parenthood, is the daughter of late Governor Ann Richards, who was quite liberal. I would say that her daughter Cecile Richards is even more liberal than her mother. She testified before Congress this last week and a half ago, and the congressional panel during those hearings talked to her about the federal funding, your tax dollars, that go into Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood receives approximately $550 million a year in tax revenue. That's not including what they're getting from cities like San Antonio through organizations like Healthy Futures Texas. While Ann Richards was being asked questions, one of the questions they asked was, Miss Richards, your organization made over $127 million above your expenses. Her response was, Mr. Congressman, we did not make any profit. We're a non-profit agency. Ladies and gentlemen, they are so twisted, they can't even produce the words out of their mouth what profit is. If you have revenues over expenses in this country, that is profit. Planned Parenthood made $127 million over their expenses. In this facility alone, recently, we had a report of a woman who went in there to get a sonogram. She came out and she said, I went in to get a sonogram, and they said, if I wanted a sonogram, if I was going to keep my baby, it would be over $200. But if I was going to have an abortion, I could get that same service for $120. The other interesting thing, while Cecile Richards was testifying before Congress, is that she said that the panel said, why don't you expand your business practice, since you're providing women's health care, why don't you expand your business practice to provide mammograms to women? Cecile Richards, the head of Planned Parenthood, said, Mr. Congressman, we don't provide mammograms.
We never said that we did.
And we never said that we did. Again, her response, Mr. Congressman, we don't provide mammograms. She further said, we are not, God bless you, she further said, we are not a radiological entity. The congressman responded, you should know that there are people running for president that say that your organization provides mammograms for women. This is a delantero. This is a front. This has always been a front. And whether we're talking about the head of Planned Parenthood lying before Congress about their true intentions, lying about Congress to have the desire to go in there and promote the death of the future of our children, or whether you have people here at the local level lying about what the zoning laws and ordinances say. The people that live behind this horrible institution, they have been frauded. Their property rights have not been stood up for by the elected officials in this community. Their private, sacred property rights have not been upheld. If you are a citizen of this city, our sacred zoning laws that determine where businesses can and cannot be are not being followed, and they're not being adhered to. I would say to you that if we have a government that is not representative, then we need a new form of government. We need a new form of elected officials down at City Hall. We need officials that are at City Hall that respect life, that respect your vote, that respect your position. It is crucial to the future of our society. When you have individuals at City Hall saying things like police in San Antonio don't matter and want to take lawsuits into the hands of those people that lay their lives on the line every single day, we have a problem. In fact, do me a favor, let's give the police officers that are here today a round of applause for helping to make this a safe environment for all that are taking place. As we close here today, we want to say thank you for being here. We want to encourage you to Google the video, Abortion to Go, and share it with your friends and family. We want you to be sure that you are letting people know about the organizations that have been taking part in this event. And we also want you to know that this is not the end. This is only the beginning. This is a remnant, and this is the beginning of a revival. Because let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there will be more videos. There will be more things that come out about the dastardly ways that Planned Parenthood goes about its business. We know that we serve a God that will take those things that are done in darkness and He will bring them to light. And it's because of people like you being vigilant that those things will take place. We thank you for being here today. Encourage your legislators to be involved. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the great city of San Antonio.
Amen. All right, thank you.